100 rated chess. But there is a bomb. A wire is formed between two pieces, not pawns, that were last moved. Crossing thy wire explodes the bomb. Okay, it seems like there are a lot of people voting for this challenge. It may end up being too complicated for casual viewers though, but I'll try my best to keep you up to pace. We get a 1-1-0 from Spain. e4. Pawns are exempted from the rules, there is no bomb yet. b6. Aha. His bishop is about to get
Fianchetto.
which will make it one of the first two pieces to move and is definitely holding one end of the wire. Therefore, to prevent the wire from spreading all over the board, I should definitely move a piece closer to his bishop's potential square. Bishop c4. Bishop a6. Alright, now the challenge officially begins. This is the current bomb wire. The line changes as the game progresses. The two most recent pieces create the line. For now I'll just move my bishop back. Moving the line even further to the side of the board, it is physically impossible to cut this wire right now. Queen c8. Aha. That changes the line as it is on the board, and now there is knight c6 cutting the wire, ending the video. I need to do something to discourage that. d4. Well, knight c6 is still possible, but I mean he should be able to see that it only provokes d5, expanding the center with a tempo on attacking the knight and forcing it to move around, which is incredibly unpleasant. Right? Of course. Knight c3. b4. Knight a4. Moving the line to the side, same old tactic. I really need this guy to move his center pawns first before I can develop the pieces on the other side. If not, then his pawns are going to cut the lines when I recklessly develop my pieces. He went for the Italian move instead. Okay, fine then. Bishop f4. This bishop will be close to his Italian bishop. Bishop h6. Bishop g3. I'm using way too much time though. This challenge is forcing me to think. I feel like I can mess up at any point just by misremembering a single piece. Queen b7. Okay, that is bad. The line is spreading across the board. Have to get it contained. It's good that we have pieces ready on both sides though. At any point there is always something to control the damage. Queen b5. Aha. That line is now impossible to cross. Absolutely perfect, and since his queen is also very close to my territory, I can finally develop the king's knight. This line is long, but there really isn't anything that can cross it. Bishop c1 is not a move, that thing doesn't exist, don't even look at it. Queen f1 check. That blunders a queen. Okay, but with his queen's death the line now disappears. My rook is the most recent piece that moves. Never mind, it's actually my king. d6. Knight b7. Okay, I know this line is long, but the only real move that can end the video right now is c5, which my opponent can definitely see that it obviously just blunders a pawn, because after dc5 then there is queen d8 checkmate in one. Right? Of course he sees everything. I'll reposition the line. King f8. Okay, so at this point his king is now being one end of the line, which means regardless of whatever I move the line will eventually reach across the center of the board. Therefore, after some time carefully analyzing the position, Queen d3. This line can only be cut through with e5. Among all the possible moves there is only one single move that can do it. Plus it opens up the king way too much and allows me to open up my queen's d-file, so there is absolutely no reason to go e5 right here. Right? Of course. Queen b5, repositioning the line. Okay, now c5 ends the video, but since I'm obviously battering up my bishop and queen just like he did, of course he should know how to parry his own poison. Right? Of course. Queen b6. Alright, nothing can end the video now. Knight d7. Aha. That knight landed right on the center of the line. It didn't cross through the line. It only reached the line and then stopped right there. The video continues with the new line. Queen c6. Queen d8 check. King g7. Aha. Now knight f6 can end the video and is also the only move that can end. e5 preventing the knight. Knight f6 is not even a discovered attack because ef6 is a check, everything is absolutely under control. We have pieces everywhere, so there should always be a way to shrink the line in emergency. What the f-